becoming a lady-in-waiting to Queen Elizabeth herself, just as my mother once was.
We've chosen quite an auspicious day to begin your royal service.
Does the court celebrate the anniversary of Her Majesty's coronation so elaborately every year?
Oh, if only that were so. This year is special, to be sure. Today begins a succession of celebrations marking Her Majesty's Jubilee year.
The Queen's Privy Council's been planning it all for months. There'll be special events held here at the court and throughout the kingdom.
And in just a fortnight's time, the most exciting event of all will come to pass.
The Jubilee Ball!
Everybody at court will be in attendance.
And adorned in their finest regalia.
To celebrate Her Majesty's anniversary.
Oh, just think of all the music.
And the men.
And the dancing.
And the men.
And the ball gowns.
And the men.
Sister, can you think of nothing else, even for a moment?
Did you say something, Guinevere? I was just thinking of all those men.
Master Marlowe, how goes it?
Good day, Troubadour. Enjoying the festivities of court.
More opportunities for me to sing at Her Majesty's praises. How goes your latest play?
Outstanding attendance and standing ovation, as usual.
Huzzah! But sir, why does your production have no ballads as your usual custom?
It is a story of eternal damnation. Hardly the place for hay nutty nose, while the demons of hell tear my hero limb from limb.
'Tis only hell, because there is no music. Speaking of new plays, have you heard that the young Will Shakespeare has returned to court to perform at the Queen's invitation?
That how?
That Huck and his acting troops have already performed 2 plays for Her Majesty, and much to her liking.
His little pageants are mere comedic dessert. I write feasts for the intellect.
Beware, sir. Word around court is that you are now in competition with him for a place among Lord Chamberlain's men.
Fie! The hasty from Stratford to earn a place amongst Her Majesty's most elite thespians and playwrights before I do. Christopher Marlowe has no competition.
Why, my lord, the road from Stratford has more ups and downs than a honeymoon bed.
I think I sprayed my funny bone on the last journey to town. I'm never be funny again.
It's wonderful to be back in London. Even better to be back in the palace.
Listen well, Will. There is nothing for me back in Stratford upon Avon. I plan never to leave London again.
You'll not have to. We've been invited to perform for the Jubilee by the Queen herself. Do you know what that means?
Consumption, probably. This palace is as cold and barren as the Queen herself.
If anyone hears you talking like that, it'll be straight to the tower with you, which is far more cold and barren than this place.
Well, Her Majesty scares me.
That's not saying much. The shadow of an angry schoolgirl could scare you. Just watch your tongue when we are here at court.
I can pass any truth off as a trifle, as long as it is wrapped in a cloth and tied up with a chuckle.
Like the time you asked the Archbishop of Canterbury, if the meek shall inherit the earth, then what do the selfish and overfed inherit?
That reminds me, what exactly does excommunicated mean anyway?
Fair Gwendolyn, I've been seeking you everywhere.
Good day, good Thomas.
Sweet Gwendolyn, how I long to sing sweet nothings in your ear.
I prefer your tongue in my ear, my lord.
Gwendolyn!
Dear lady, I'm happy to see you at court.
Master Marlowe, you're looking well since I last saw you.
If I look well, it is only because I'm in the presence of your beauty once again.
How does Olivia know Marlowe? 'Tis only her first day at court.
Christopher has been pursuing Olivia ever since he spotted her at one of his last plays.
Richard! I meet Master Kemp. It's a pleasure to see you in London once again.
Lady Guinevere, you are as much a pleasure to the eyes as a wet sneeze is to the nose.
Oh, charmer, thou name our jester.
Well, look what the plague rats dragged in.
Greetings, troubadour. How goes the noble profession of caterwauling?
Dwarf!
Swine!
Moron!
Soprano!
Enough, you two. Yes, Jester. Don't you have a pot of gold to go send God over?
Hold your tongue, or I will tell every dragon slayer in the kingdom just where to find you.
And I know you are not something.
What are you doing? Why are you guys doing this?
Well, we see the celebrations of my Jubilee are well underway, and we are pleased. In that spirit, today we will be announcing a contest. Over the next fortnight, the Royal Presence will attend 2 new plays commissioned to honor the Royal Jubilee. Master Marlowe, Master Shakespeare, step forward.
Your Supreme Grace.
Your Majesty.
Master Marlowe, your plays continue to take London by storm. Pray tell, what is your favorite part of playwriting?
Your Majesty, your pleasure is my greatest accomplishment.
Well said. And you, Master Shakespeare. We laughed until we cried during your last masterpiece. Tell me, how did you come to playwriting?
Well, 'tis all I am good at. You see, my father was a tanner of women's gloves, but the good Lord deemed fit to make me all thumbs at it.
Well said. Well, soon one of you will be declared the winner. That man will receive a title, a lifelong stipend to write plays for me, and a place among Lord Chamberlain's men. I will announce who that is to be the evening of the Jubilee Ball, here at Whitehall. Good luck, gentlemen.
Celebrating the Jubilee so elaborately only emphasizes to the world Her Majesty's lack of a husband and lack of a proper heir.
When Her Majesty arrives, we must revisit the discussion of a royal marriage and children.
Gentlemen, whether by nature or by will, I think Her Majesty is well beyond childbearing.
Her Majesty's physician has informed us that it may not be too late to give birth if she were to marry before year's end.
She must marry soon for the good of England.
So kind of you all to worry about the affairs of the state as well as the affairs of your sovereign's heart.
Your Majesty.
With due respect, 'tis not your heart that concerns us, but rather your legacy, by way of a husband and child.
I have done quite nicely without either so far. God's blood, do not presume to lecture me on my legacy, nor on my duty, sir. I am already married to a much jealous spouse named England, and a mother to many needy children known as my subjects.
But there are any number of potential bridegrooms we would consider.
You would consider! You would consider!
What they mean, Your Majesty, is that there are a number of available men of noble birth here and throughout Europe whom your council will consider suitable for your review.
Oh God. If the future of the monarchy were dependent on men giving birth, the royal succession would be decided in a poker game. So, let's get down to it, shall we, gentlemen? Who do you suggest I marry? Who?
Well,
Well,
The Catholics don't want me marrying the British. British. The Protestants don't want me marrying Spain, and the country would hurl itself over if I were to marry the French. So, I will ask again, who? Well, well, well. Silence reigned, and we all got wet.
Truth be told, it seems your Privy Council has many opinions, but little agreement.
Gentlemen, face the harsh reality. Your sovereign was born with a host of spare parts, a useless ring finger, a childless womb, and a woman's heart.
Well, if no royal heir is to be born, then how about naming a successor to your throne from your descendant family?
The naming of a successor is like the toning of my own deathbell.
There is your married cousin, the Queen of Scots.
My cousin Mary has been married for 3 years and has produced no heir for Scotland's throne, let alone mine.
There are other pressing affairs of state, Your Majesty.
Please, my kingdom for a change of subject.
Word has arrived that Ireland is fast becoming a problem again.
Oh, the Emerald Isles. Europe's back doors to British borders.
Our spies tell us Tyrone has rallied every Irish tribe under his rule to revolt against the crown.
And what is my Privy Council's recommendation to avoid such insurrection?
We suggest sending troops to sail for Ireland as soon as possible, removing Tyrone from power and snuffing out any taste of rebellion.
And who might lead this mission?
Well, there is one amongst the Privy Council most suited for such military missions.
Although he is not amongst us at the moment.
Late, as usual.
You mean Robert Devereux?
He is quite anxious to serve in Your Majesty's Navy again. He has experienced several naval battles under his late father's command.
You even decorated in his valor against the Spanish Armada.
I do not need to be reminded of Robert's services. No, absolutely not. It is too dangerous for him.
But isn't that true for any subject you dispatch, Your Grace?
I see what you are all trying to do here. Send him off in hopes he doesn't return.
Not at all, Your Majesty. We were just...
Do you feel my regards for Lord Devereux that much? He is simply my friend and my confidant, and his Privy Council is too dear to go without.
Your Majesty, we did not mean to upset you.
And yet you have, and so massively.
Am I late? I beg forgiveness, Your Majesty. I was out stalking a great beast roast for your Jubilee dinner.
Lord Cecil, gentlemen, we are done here for today.
Oh, Bess, I'm sorry I'm late. I lost all track of time.
Tis all right. You didn't miss much. Just the same old tired song of marriage and children and blah, blah, blah.
God almighty, don't they ever let it alone? I swear, I'll fix them all. I'll climb into your window tonight and steal you away into a country parson. Well, I'll marry you in your night's dress and stocking feet, like a farmer's daughter.
Oh, Robert, would that I could, but no one's blood is blue enough to make them happy, not even yours.
What about your happiness?
You know that marriage is not a passion of mine.
Oh, a million daggers in me every time you say it.
We've been over this. Growing up the daughter of Henry VIII only taught me one thing, that marriage is a terminal condition for a woman.
But this is different. We are different. You are the Queen of England.
I do not want a man who loves me as a woman if he does not honor me as a queen.
Best don't. No other woman has affected me as you do, and you know it.
And no other man can take hold of me as you can. I never thought that I'd find love like this again, at this stage in life.
Chambers.
Well, I just came from there, and she's quite content, I assure you.
That is good to hear, Your Grace.
So, there's no need to rush off inside, is there?
Please, sir, we must attend to the Queen.
Well, I need tending to as well, and my needs are her needs.
Your Grace!
What?
We're just having a bit of fun. You ladies should be honored to incur such favors from the likes of me.
We are quite unworthy of your attentions, I assure you. I think you best unhand her, sir.
And I think you best go about your own business, unless you wish to take her place.
I think not, your grace. Please do not force me to inform her majesty of your indiscretion.
Ha! Go ahead, and you will have the shortest career your court has ever seen.
Your Grace! Don't you have somewhere to be?
Do not test me, Cecil. You may have Her Majesty's ear, but I have her heart. Someone ought to teach the new girl who I am and what her place is.
Mistress Olivia, I suggest we avoid the path of Robert Devereux at all costs. If it comes down to him or you, the Queen's favor will fall but one way.
By God's teeth, Olivia, you need to be more careful.
But you both were being ill-treated.
I've never seen a woman so brave. But Lord Devereux is the Queen's
favorite.
Oh, but how could he be? The man is a swaggering womanizer in love with the taste of his own bathwater.
You must never say a negative word against him to Her Majesty. Never.
Do so and risk the tower, or worse. For your own protection, you must learn your place around such powerful men.
Well, aren't you quite the hellion?
I beg your pardon?
I wasn't aware you were quite so spirited.
And I wasn't aware I needed a protector merely to walk the hallways of the palace. I am Olivia Medici, the most recent addition to Her Majesty's ladies-in-waiting. I believe we shared a dance in the main hall earlier today.
I vaguely recall.
Vaguely recall. This is all I can talk about.
Medici, of the Tuscan Medicis, Europe's chief exporter of popes and politicians, no? So were you raised in a bank or the Vatican?
Neither. Father was a physician from Florence. He was brought into court in Her Majesty's first year on the throne to treat her for smallpox. 'Tis how he met my mother. She was among Her Majesty's earliest ladies-in-waiting. After marrying, they settled in Venice, where I was born.
Venice. Funny that. I hear no grand canals flowing through your speech. Only the chimes of Westminster.
Mother insisted on an English education for me. So at age 7, I was sent to a convent here in London. And you are?
Oh, forgive me. I am William Shakespeare. And this is my friend and fellow actor, Richard Kemp.
I've heard of you. Christopher Marlowe has mentioned your name to me.
Believe nothing he says. He's an actor, and a producer, and a playwright. Beware of all three, for the actor will only stare into your eyes long enough to check his own reflection. The playwright, oh, no, the producer. The producer will pick your pockets while the actor is staring. But the playwright is the most treacherous of all, for he will hang on your every word and movement, only to scribe it into a plot one day.
But you, too, are a thespian and playwright. Are you not?
That is completely besides the point. Besides, I am the exception to every rule.
What a coincidence. I happen to have many rules, and no exceptions.
So, what did you think of the charming Robert Devereux, Lord of Essex?
That man is a canker blossom.
And don't forget Footlicker. But he is Her Majesty's Footlicker. So for your own good, you really should.
Should what?
But as Lord Cecil said.
What? Keep my eyes cast to the floor? Is that it?
No, I just...
Do as I'm told by any man that happens to accost me. Learn a woman's proper place, perhaps.
Not exactly.
Master Shakespeare, do you know your Bible?
I beg your...
Because in it, God did not take a bone from Adam's back to create Eve, so that she might walk behind him.
I see.
Nor did the good Lord take a bone from Adam's forehead to create Eve, so that she might walk in front of him.
'Tis true.
The good Lord, in his infinite wisdom, took a bone from Adam's side to create me, so that she might ever be beside him. So much for being the exception to every rule. You are obviously just like all the rest.
Well, I see why they sent her to the nunnery.
She scares me.
I think I'm in love.
Now, you are certain this is the window?
Lady Gwendolyn assures me that this is the window to the Queen's bedchamber, where Lady Olivia and all the other attendants live.
All right, you go stand guard in case anyone approaches.
Would you like me to start things off right with the love song for the lady?
No, standing watch is all the help I'll need.
I really don't mind.
Don't you know how to take a hint?
No, but if you hum a melody, I'm sure I could create a harmony that will bring tears to the eyes.
Go! God, save me from all tenors, especially the short ones. Fair maiden, fair Olivia, it is I, your adoring Christopher, the man you spent a lifetime dreaming of, awake for where your dream has come true and is standing here in the garden.
It's this way.
Damn palace guards, I'm done before I begun.
Enough. This won't take long.
I swear, you collect mistresses like I collect wards.
I just need you to stand watch long enough for me to woo the lovely Olivia.
Your bedpost already has so many notches. A piper could play green sleeves on it.
No, Kemp, this is different. This lady stirs something in me.
Yes, either your insanity or your codpiece. Either way, it is a beaver to the head. This is a fool's mission.
No, indeed, sir. The Lady Olivia has no folly. She would keep no fool.
If that be true, well then, what chance do we have? Can't you find some other lass to make you happy? Preferably one that does not sleep right beside the queen.
A man can be happy with any woman, just so long as he does not love her. And I already fear this one causes great unrest in me.
So we are risking arrest and our death outside of the queen's window, just so you can pursue a maiden that makes you unhappy. By Zooks, you are a queer one.
Olivia, sweet Olivia, wherefore art thou, Olivia? Show me your dark beauty, and put this shabby midnight to shame.
Who calls my name from the darkened wood? So not human, more like a demon, sir.
Olivia, show yourself to me.
I can keep my bed closed, demon.
Fear not, for I am no demon, but rather someone you will be thrilled to see.
Oh, Christopher, at last.
No, it is I, Will Shakespeare.
Where's Lord Marlowe?
I don't care. Christopher Marlowe is a plague sore.
What?
Olivia, I fear the night air has delivered you a frog.
Do not speak so partially of yourself, demon!
I was referring to your voice.
Oh, 'tis just that. I've been sobbing all evening and want for my dear Christopher.
Why? He is an infection of the sonnet to dry up. Besides, I come to woo you.
Woo me?
And to share my innermost thoughts with you.
But you seem to have so few to spare.
Oh, how you tease.
How dare you question me, you flappy knave?
By all that is good and holy, what is going on? What are you two doing here? Enough! If you wake the queen or the other attendants, I shall have to call the guards, and it will be the town of the both of you, artless clay brains.
Olivia, speak low if you speak love to me. Otherwise, shout. Put the dead for all I care.
My Olivia, I'm here to harvest the love that buds between us as a man in love would do.
Master Marlowe, all we have had between us is a few pleasant conversations about the theatre. Nothing more.
Ha!
And I have had even less than that with you, Master Shakespeare. You're both behaving like children.
Not children, dear lady, but rather like soldiers. For this is war.
What?
And your affection is the prize. Come live with me and be my love. And may all the pleasure prove that valleys, groves, hills, and fields, yet steep mountains yield.
I'm not such a fan of steepy mountain fields. I prefer small castle right in town.
But soft, what light through yonder window breaks? 'Tis the east, and Olivia, 'tis the sun.
Oh, good Lord. Let me get my boots from the stables.
Sacred and sweet is all I see in you.
You mean like a sacramental wine?
Oh, are fairer than an evening's cloud hour in the beauty of 1,000 stars.
Oh, this old frock? I wear this when I don't care what I look like.
Was this the face that launched 1,000 ships?
Oh, that old chestnut? I wish I had a shilling for every time I heard that from a man.
Love looks not with the eyes, but with the mind.
What's that supposed to mean? He likes my face.
Sweet Olivia, give me more with the kiss.
Does my breath offend that much, my lord?
Love is a smoke made with the fume of sighs.
Again with the breath? If you two clods think that I could be made to swoon by a few cheap lines of amateur poetry, then neither of you has any idea what a woman truly wants. My advice for you both is to save it for the stage.
But. What are you doing?
What a suit I left at my door this morning.
What is that? Lavender?
No, 'tis heather.
Good Lord.
What's wrong with heather?
There's nothing wrong with it.
It just means your new beau is cheap.
Take that back.
Nay, you know every field in London has as much heather for the plucking as it does donkey duck for the ducking.
Oh, now that's not fair. After all, he may not have picked it from a field.
That is right.
He may have had the time to steal it from a nearby gravestone.
Leave her alone. I think it's lovely. I would give my life to have my Jester do something so lovely for me.
And I would take my life if I had a jester romancing me.
Gwendolyn is quite lucky. Her troubadour is always sending her notes and trinkets and flowers.
But never Heather. He knows my rule. It's orchids. Or it's nothing.
But orchids are so rare and costly.
I know, but apparently I'm more worth it. Ladies, hold out for nothing less than what you want, and nothing less is what you'll get.
'Tis true. My sister's troubadour is most romantic.
A little too much so at times. Whenever I want to just dance, he wants to sing me love songs. And whenever I want to just gossip, he wants to talk marriage and children.
I think that sounds lovely.
I'm afraid romance has turned him into the anointed sovereign of sighs and groans.
And speaking of romance,
Well, good morning, you daddy stay out. How was your midnight frolic with all the men in your life?
Let's not let the Queen find out what you were doing last night out on the balcony.
Believe me, there was no frolicking.
I can't get one man to write me so much as a joke, and you have two different men writing you sonnets and dueling beneath your window.
I didn't ask for it, and I don't want it.
And yet, there you have it.
Don't you think it is insulting for a grown man to treat a woman like a lovesick schoolgirl? expecting her to swoon into love merely by stringing together a few rhymes.
I think it sounds lovely.
It is lovely, but only if I'm sitting in an audience watching a play. In real life, the way to a woman's heart is through her mind, not her vanity.
Olivia, you can get a man to do whatever you want. You just need to know how.
Rise, rise, all you cotton-headed ninnies, with no idiot talk of feminine trickery and marriage. You are a hopeless lot. Child, come here. How goes your first weeks in my services, Lady Olivia?
Your Majesty, it has been more of an honor than I could possibly say.
Zounds, you are the spitting image of your mother.
Like her, you have always been an inspiration.
How so?
Well, when other girls were dreaming of weddings, I dreamt of the day I could come here to court, to be in the service of such a strong and wise woman.
So no marriage fever in your blood, then?
Well, I certainly hope to be in love one day. But I have lived through one miserable marriage, and that cured me of it.
To which marriage do you refer, child?
I speak of my parents. When Mother married Father and moved to Venice, she had to give up everything. Family, service to you, even her country.
Well, my daughter in spirit, it is better to be a beggar woman and single than a queen and married. And yet you are not in want of suitors, from what I hear.
There are 2 gentlemen at court who have expressed their interest.
Does one tip your scale more than the other?
Perhaps. But at present, both seem to think I'm swayed more by cheap romance than genuine emotion.
Oh, you are a smart woman. Most of the ladies in my court make questionable marriage choices based solely on how well a man romances her. Much like judging a wine by the smell of the cork alone.
Your Majesty, the players have arrived.
Did I mention I have arranged for some entertainment for tonight?
Your Majesty, it is an honor.
Your Majesty.
Your Majesty!
Greetings, one and all. Gentlemen, we have just been discussing the merits of romances versus love. What say you each on the subject?
Ah, your grace. Romance and love are forever joined as song is to lyric.
Your Majesty, I believe that romance and love are nothing but 2 distant cousins who only meet on evenings involving too much wine or too little clothing.
And you, Master Playwright, we would be most interested to hear what you have to say on the matter.
Well, romance is a snack of sugared cakes that leaves you wanting an hour after. But love, well, love is a winter of shared meals by the fire, made from what's left after the children are fed and the taxes are paid. Romance is without blemish, but love cherishes every wrinkle. Romance needs constant nourishing, but love learns to go without. Romance flees at the first sign of trouble, but love stays and fights. Romance does as it pleases. Love does what it must. Romance is the thrill of a first kiss, but love is the magic of
Finishing your leather sentence.
romance tires, then retires. Love never dies.
Oh, that is lovely!
Well, William, it seems the good Lord knew well what he was doing when he made you all thumbs and ladies' gloves.
Romance is the very air love breathes.
Oh, that's lovely too.
Your head is filled with nothing but music and earwax. Romance is nothing more than infatuation. And love is
Nothing but perspiration.
Wait. Something tells me this will work much better for all involved.
I suppose I'll give it a try. If it doesn't work out, we could always use it to raid the Palace of Lights.
Good day, Lady Olivia.
Good day, Master Shakespeare. How did you sleep?
I'm a bit tired and sore. You see, I was involved in a duel last night.
I hope this was worth it.
It was a cause I would risk life and limb for every night of the week.
2 actors with stage swords. Hardly what I would call a brush with death. What on earth got into you?
You did. And apparently, there is no cure.
A woman is not a prized cow that can be haggled over and won.
I know. The gesture was pure of heart, but light of brain.
Nor is she a mule that can be coaxed from the barn by soft tones and sweet, empty words.
I see that now, in the harsh light of day.
Master Shakespeare, William, real love is a mighty force, larger than any words alone can ignite.
Do you feel real love for Marlowe? Are you two betrothed?
Betrothed? Hardly. I barely know him. Besides, I am much more a fan of love than I am of marriage.
You are like a well-written mystery. The more of you that is disclosed, the more I wish to discover.
Well, my last act is yet to be written.
Well then, I shan't bother you any further.
But I am in search of someone to help me script it. Do you know of any able writers up to the task?
Mistress?
Yes, William. 'Tis you. Despite your boyish gestures and purple prose, 'tis you I feel the mighty force for. I knew it from the first when we shared that dance. 'Tis you.
The Ensemble at the waterfront as we speak.
And the ships, are they armed and loaded?
Done. The Queen has already signed the writ of warfare. Upon your arrival on Irish shores, we're to attack at Ulster. There is but one more task left to set this action into motion.
You mean she needs to be told I will be leading the action? No worries, Cecil. I will handle the Queen, and once I have done so, dealing with a barbarian like Tyrone will seem like child's play.
No, I love you more.
No, I love
no,
you
I
more.
love you more.
You more.
Are you sure this is an orchid? I've never seen such tiny buds.
Absolutely. The grower told me that the more delicate the bud, the more rare the orchid. Oh, did he call it stinkweed?
Shakespeare.
Marlowe?
Well, the hour of truth is upon us.
So 'tis.
Her Majesty saw my play yesterday.
And mine this afternoon.
Some sir should be well rested for this evening's gala, as I bet she slept well through it.
Ha! Marlowe, if arrogance with talent, I will withdraw from the contest and hand you the prize myself.
Shakespeare! William, I'm curious about something. What makes you do it? What inspires you? What drives you to write?
Life's beauty, and its absurdity, I suppose. That and the mortal fear of being forgotten once I am gone. And you, Christopher.
The seduction of the ink jar.
Pardon?
When I hold a jar of it in my hand, my heart races. As I stare into the inky darkness, I see a liquid masterpiece sloshing around inside. just waiting for me to liberate it into parchment.
Well then, there it is. May the best man win.
Oh, no worries, Shakespeare. I shall.
I swear, the word Marlowe must be Latin. For jackass.
Announcing Her Most Royal Majesty, Queen of England, Ireland, and France, Queen Elizabeth Regina I.
Greetings and welcome to our Jubilee. Throughout my reign, I have always had a passion for the arts. If there be true magic in this world, let it be on stage. And so too, my performers and my playwriters here tonight, I say to you, huzzah! Huzzah! Theatre makes our little lives more bearable. It holds up a looking glass that shows us our best and our worst selves, showing us our triumphs and our foibles. And to that I say, huzzah! Huzzah! Gentlemen, 'tis now time to announce the winner of the playwriting contest. We have seen both productions of Master Marlowe and Master Shakespeare, and we are highly impressed. But there is only one place among Lord Chamberlain's men, and I deem that place to go to Master Christopher Marlowe! Arise, Lord Marlowe, arise! Gentle! William, do you know why I named Marlowe the winner?
Yes, Your Grace. He is more talented.
Nay, William, just as a physician only treats the infirmed, I only place my patronage where it is needed. Your genius is too good to be helped or hurt by me. And one day, the whole world will know it too. A token for the esteem I feel. Ah! God's blood, try if others do this for me.
Here, allow me, Your Majesty. And thank you, Your Grace.
Our plans afoot. The troops sail at dawn, yes?
Yes, Your Majesty.
Yes, Your Majesty. I, Celadon.
What say you?
I will be leading the action to stop Tyrone.
What balderdash is this? No, Walsingham is going.
Your Grace, Walsingham is too proud to tell this himself, but he is not physically up to the task. So Robert here has volunteered.
No, send someone else.
Yes, please.
Cecil, leave us.
Oh, William, I'm so sorry. I cannot believe you did not win your rightful place.
It matters not.
How can you say that? It would have assured you success and fortune.
I will still continue to write and perform here at court, and wherever they will have me. I will just continue to do so without the Queen's patronage.
Oh, William. Oh, Robert, I cannot bear it. Everyone leaves me.
You will not lose me, Bess. This is a chance for us both. I can finally prove myself once and for all that I'm something more than just your lapdog.
Oh, Robert, I am frightened.
No need to be my sweet Bess. Now, give me a token to carry with me overseas. It will not leave my person until I can return it to you in person.
I don't understand you. Winning the competition meant the world to you last week. It is all you cared about.
But last week, I did not know you loved me. Secure in that, all else was a trifle, even losing to Marlowe.
antics to entertain us with today?
Of course, Your Majesty.
Your Majesty, may I speak with Jester Kent for a moment?
Of course.
Richard, have you seen or heard from William today?
Well, no. No one having?
What could be more important than Her Majesty holding court?
I believe he said something about Brandy and Aaron. I am sure he will be back by tomorrow.
But he never said anything to me.
Dear lady, I've come to court to show doubts.
Hello, Master Marlowe. I'm afraid I'm not much for the dance today.
'Tis Lord Marlowe now, remember? 'Tis nearly been 3 months since Her Majesty knighted me for my playwriting skills.
Of course, I apologize.
I've been hoping to spend more time with you now, Olivia, so I hope that we might...
Might what, Your Grace?
Well, it is my intentions to ask the Queen for your hand in marriage.
What? But Christopher, I have given you no indication.
No matter. After we wed, you'll begin to feel for me as I do for you. Olivia, I choose you.
But I don't choose you, Your Grace.
That is hardly the point, Olivia. I am a celebrated playwright, in permanent service to Her Majesty for playwriting skills. All children's children will carry my title.
Children!
You ought to be flattered by my intention.
You presume too much of me, sir. I would sooner give you my hand severed on a silver platter than give it to you in marriage.
What are you trying to say?
I am saying that I don't care a thing for you. My heart belongs to another, if you must know.
Do not tell me the rumors of court are true. William Shakespeare will never amount to anything.
You may have won the contest, but he has won my heart. I choose William, there is nothing more to say. If you wish for me to remain civil towards you.
This is beyond my belief. How can you know it's best for you? You are just a woman!
Well, then you shouldn't demean yourself by marrying one. Good day, Your Grace.
Huzzah.
Jester! Are we interrupting anything?
Your Grace?
We are in need of much amusement and distraction. Any word?
Not directly, Your Majesty.
Lord, it has been 3 months of Sundays since Robert last set sail. Still not a word from him.
In Bournemouth's report, he's off to a single move on Tyrone. He and his men have set up tents, just waiting.
Waiting for what? God, I am paying my own troops to sit around sunning themselves on either shore.
Also, I'm told he has been passing out titles, knighting many of his friends in the field.
What?
And instead of engaging Tyrone in battle, he has been negotiating a treaty.
A truce? Without my permission? That is treasonous.
Oh no.
Well, out with it, man. I need an advisor, not a nursemaid.
Rumor has it, Robert and a few of his most senior men arrived in port 2 days ago, disguised in a small fishing vessel.
No, that is not possible. Robert knows he must return directly to court.
Apparently, they're staying out of town, holding secret discussions.
Discussions about what?
One can only assume it is not in the best interests of the Crown.
God of mercy, Cecil, bring back no rumors. I want facts. Jester! What is holding you up?
Sorry, ma'am.
Dance, twit, sing, hang by your tail for all I care. Just prove to me that you are not completely useless.
She is so mean.
Pardon us?
God save the Queen.
Oh, this is of no use. We've decided that if we have a headache, then we must lie down. I said
Majesty.
Olivia, I know why my nerves are in shreds this morning, but why are you so nervous?
Forgive me, Your Grace.
Gwendolyn, Guinevere, leave us.
My problems are not worthy of a queen's ears.
Child, it would be a welcome distraction from my own.
Just Willie, am I right?
Your Majesty, these past 3 months with him have been the happiest of my life. But now, you see, I am with child.
As I thought you were. You have the look I've seen on many women's faces over the years, but never on my own looking glass.
I am so ashamed.
There, you will hardly be the first bride in my court to walk down the aisle with a lifted skirt.
I don't know what William will say. You are the only person I have told.
William is an honorable man. He will do right by you.
Bess, I have to see you at once! Bess!
Sir, you forget yourself. The queen is dressing.
Bess, please!
Ladies, leave us. 'Tis all right.
We will be right outside if you need us, Your Grace.
Have you lost your mind?
Bess, I just arrived in shore just this morning. Came straight from the waterfront. It was awful. Ireland was the stuff of nightmares.
From what I have heard, not much of anything has happened in Ireland.
You can't believe anything that fishwife Cecil has been reporting to you. He thinks he knows. But unless you were there.
Then you tell me.
Early on, we engaged Tyrone's men in the south. But they knew the rugged terrain better than we did. We were surrounded, paralyzed.
But your orders were to confront Tyrone in the north, in Ulster.
I feared that was too obvious a strategy, so I changed course.
Did you?
And by the time we were defeated in the south, Ulster has already been fortified by more than 10 clans. We were surrounded, trapped on the shore from Hunt. I was forced into a truce.
I sent you to send me Tyrone's head on a spike, and instead you bring me an unsanctioned truce. A plague on your truce with an Irish barbarian.
Bess, please. I have been through so much.
Oh, have you? And with all the titles you've been dispensing to your men like chicken feed, I'm told the only time you drew your sword was to make a knight.
I had to knight my most senior men to sustain morale.
Robert, I sent you on a man's mission, and you come back with nothing but a boy's excuses.
Bess, please don't be cruel. Don't hate me. 'Tis the one thing I cannot bear.
I am sure you cannot. At last we agree.
It was hell. But the worst part was being away from you for so long.
You must make a full report to the Privy Council.
I can't face them. They'll tear me apart. Bess, please. I need you. I love you.
We not worry about the Privy Council just yet. You must clean up and rest after all that's said. Robert, you have been sailing all night, haven't you?
I said so, didn't I? I just thank God I'm back in your arms.
Forgive the intrusion, Your Majesty, but Lord Cecil is waiting outside your door. He says it's urgent.
Lord Cecil! What is it?
Lord Devereux, I did not expect to see you here so soon.
I just arrived on shore and made my way directly to be with Her Majesty.
May we presume, then, that your Irish mission was accomplished?
You and your spying snakes know very well my mission was not accomplished. Not originally as planned, anyway.
Enough! You two. You will have enough time to pick out each other's eyes later. Cecil, what is it?
Your Majesty, I bring the most tragic of news from the Lord Constable in Deptford. It seems Christopher Marlowe was murdered last night. to Elderbourne's pub yesterday, drinking there for hours. There was some sort of altercation. You stepped out, like almost immediately.
What? No, no, this can't be true. Oh, Christopher, forgive me. Only I had not been so cruel.
Well, Cecil, who is responsible for this? To murder one of Lord Chamberlain's men is a crime against the crown.
An arrest has been made, Your Majesty.
But who? And why?
Well, whoever it is, I want him sent directly to the tower.
The perpetrator is just outside.
Bring him to me.
Bring him in!
Good God, no! William, no, this can't be true.
When is this report William followed Marlowe to Honourable's pub? A fibergram between the two, Shakespeare stabbed Marlowe and was asleep in London, but he was intercepted.
Your Majesty, Lord Cecil, it is all a lie. I was nowhere near Eleanor Bull's yesterday. There are no spirits on my breath, nor blood on my clothing.
Witnesses describe you.
They are mistaken, or lying. What motive would I have?
It seems quite clear. Revenge for his victory over you in the Queen's contest, and also other matters of competition that best remain unspoken.
It's not true.
William, where were you the night that you were apprehended?
I had a personal errand to attend to, Your Majesty. I plan to return to London in the morning.
And what was your errand?
I'm afraid I cannot speak of it at this time, Your Grace.
For so smart a wordsmith, what seemed to fail you when you needed the most?
William, before your trial comes, I suggest that you rethink your answer.
Take him to the tower.
Wait, no, William, please, just tell her where you're going. It can only help.
I'm sorry, Olivia.
Lord Cecil, you can't actually believe any of this.
Witnesses have signed sworn statements against William.
What witnesses? Have any of the palace investigators gone to Eleanor Bull's pub themselves?
I'm sorry, it's out of my hands. It's best you go about the Queen's business. And farewell, William.
Forget about him. Are you mad? If I have to, I will go down there myself to find out the truth.
That is no place for a woman. He's born intent of the Queen. Besides, I don't think even William saved himself now.
For what? I agree with Cecil. Stay out of this, Lady Olivia, or you'll end up in the tower, right next to your lover.
Richard, surely you don't believe any of this?
Of course not.
Then you will come with me to Eleanor Bull's to find witnesses who will testify for William?
That is a dangerous part of town, and a place for neither of us. I am going to go and find a lawyer for William.
Richard, where was William going? And why won't you talk about it?
Because he didn't want to hurt you.
Hurt me?
He was on his way back to Stratford to deliver an allowance.
An allowance to whom?
To his wife. Olivia, William is married.
Married? No, that can't be true.
William is married, Olivia, although not happily. He delivers money to his wife back in Stratford so she can maintain a household there.
Please, say no more.
He never expected to fall in love with you. He just didn't want to hurt you by revealing his entire marriage to the entire court.
I need to go.
Go? Go where?
I already told you. To Eleanor Bull's pub.
Even now?
William's betrayal of me does not make him guilty of Marlowe's murder. I still believe he is innocent, and I plan to prove it.
Already an English rose has sprung among us Swedes. What you need, lovey? Your man not come home last night.
No, nothing like that. I'm looking for information.
Ooh, ain't you fancy, ain't you fine then, full of airs and graces.
I need to speak to someone about the murder of Christopher Marlowe. Off you go then. I don't know nothing about that. But it only just happened yesterday. Right here in your pub.
Like I said, I don't know nothing, and even if I did, I would tell the likes of you. Go on home, your man.
I am a lady in waiting to the Queen Elizabeth I.
Cool and true posh, and I'm lady in waiting to the King of Puke. I already told the constable everything I know, which ain't nothing. Look, give a gal a break then, will ya? We will stop coming here and think to get shim in the eye. She's trying to ink out a living here.
Please, it's very important. Who was here at that time? Did you hear anything?
Go back to the palace and tuck in. This ain't no place for a play improper dancehall. Mouth! Show this lady out the door and then go get me another barrel from out back. Right this way, mistress.
What is your name, boy?
Sam, ma'am. Sam Wanamaker.
My name is Olivia.
Pleased to make your acquaintance, mistress. I heard you asking about the killing.
Do you know anything about it?
I saw and heard everything that happened to that man, that Christopher Marlowe.
You did? Or would you please tell me what you know?
Suppose so, but if Eleanor catches me talking to you, she'll take me right into the arms of Jesus. She will.
But Sam, listen to me. It's very important you tell me exactly what happened. A man's life depends on it.
The other evening, that man Marlowe came in and drank for hours. Mutner attended to himself. Seemed angry about something. He was right squiffy by the time the others came in.
Others? What others?
Don't really know all their names, but they was a group of gentlemen, they was. Dressed up real fine. Eleanor was fussing all over him, she was.
I need another. No. No. Lord Marlowe needs another drink, damn it!
All right. No need to be spitting tiles out at me. All of Eleanor's chickens get the same service they do.
Ah, Eleanor, mistress of the ale. If I were to ask you to marry me, you wouldn't say no to me, would you?
What? And leave all of this behind? Ha!
But you wouldn't say no, would you?
Does it look like I'm a woman who says no to anything?
No one can know that we are back from Ireland. I can be beheaded just for being here.
Come on in, lovies. What can Eleanor get you? Bit of mother's milk, maybe?
Bring us a tankard of ale, wench, then leave us. You never saw us and you never heard us. Understood?
All right, just relax. I don't know nothing and I don't want to know nothing. That's my motto.
Why are we here? Why don't we just report to the palace and explain to the Queen what happened in Ulster?
Because Her Majesty does not understand stories that end in failure.
So what do we?
We are at a crossroads. Our failure in Ireland is our one chance to save Elizabeth.
Save her from what?
From Cecil and those other worms on the Privy Council.
But what does that have to do with us?
With your help, I will storm Whitehall, and then I will bring Elizabeth to my family estate on the countryside. Once there, I will tell her my plan to establish myself as co-ruler. She will be relieved.
But isn't that treason?
Treason? Treason is a Privy Council making bad decisions in the name of the Queen. Bad decisions like invading Ireland. Treason is Her Majesty's unwillingness to marry and reproduce an heir for England. Women are weak. She needs a strong man like me to take control of her throne.
Lord Devereux! I just came from court. Overheard Lord Cecil telling Her Majesty that you're back.
Damn it, we are undone! You snake!
Be quiet, you drunken fool!
You treacherous, treasonous snake! He heard every word!
Useless to drunk.
Oh dear God! That is Marlowe, one of Lord Chamberlain's men. He's at court almost daily.
You will not get away with this. I'm heading to the castle right now to assess your plans.
Oh, stop him! Oh, we cannot tell Cecil our plan. We gotta stop him now.
Why would you kill him? Why did you
Shut
kill him?
up! Listen to me. When the constable comes, tell him it was somebody else. Describe someone else, just not us.
Shakespeare.
What?
Tell them Will Shakespeare did it. Everyone at court knows he and Marlowe hate each other. And Lady Olivia was asking around court for him today. No one knew where he was.
You hear that crone? Will Shakespeare. You know him?
He drinks here sometimes.
He came in here today, Marlowe was drunk, and Shakespeare stabbed him. And you all will swear to it as well. At dawn tomorrow, I will go to the palace and make it seem as if I just arrived on shore. And remember, all our lives depend on getting the story right.
This what happened, I swear.
Robert Devereux, no surprise. Oh, Sam, thank you. Can you come back with me and tell that story again to some people at the palace?
I suppose.
What is going on out here? I thought I told you to get out. You liar! You knew the truth all along. Why, you little rat! Don't you touch him! Harry, get out here! I swear, by God, I will use this. You! Let him go! Listen to her, let him go. Sam, run. Run to the palace. I'll meet you at the courtyard. There are people awaiting my return. If you follow me, I shall have Her Majesty's guards on you. Excuse me, Your Grace. May I speak with you?
Olivia, there you are. You were very sick. Where did you get to?
I went to Eleanor Bull's pub.
Oh, hi. Where on earth did you go to that awful pit?
I had to find out for myself about Christopher's death.
Olivia, I know you are worried, but it is out of our hands.
With all due respect, that's not true. I humbly ask that you have William released, Your Majesty.
I too care a great deal for William, but he must face the consequences for what he has done.
But he has done nothing. He is innocent.
First of all, you watch your tone. It is only because of my affections for you that I am even discussing this.
Forgive me, Your Grace. But I know for a fact he has been falsely accused.
And how do you know that?
I went to the pub. I spoke to someone who saw and had the entire thing. And I found out the identity of the true killer.
And who might that be?
It was...
Well, child, I understand why you struggle. You cannot face what William has done.
It was Robert Devereux.
What?
Robert killed Christopher Marlowe.
That accusation is contemptible, and I will not listen to it.
Your Majesty, please! An innocent man's life is at stake.
But we disagree on who that innocent man is. You are in love with William. You are bearing his child. You will say anything in order to see him free, so you can marry.
I can never marry William, whether he is freed or not.
What do you mean?
I've only just found out that William already has a wife.
So if a man can lie about having a wife, then he can certainly lie about murdering someone to save his own neck. Oh, Olivia, I'm so sorry for you.
On my parents' grave, Your Majesty, I have no personal stake in seeing William set free. Some might even say I have more of a motive to see him hanged.
Lesson well go. And let this be the end of it. Robert was back this morning. Christopher Marlowe was killed last night.
Then
This is the hardest thing I've ever had to say. Robert and his closest men have been back for days. They were hiding out and plotting to overthrow you.
Olivia, I know you were overwrought, but I forbid you to slander Robert any further.
Your Majesty, you of all people knows what it means to be accused of a crime you did not commit. During her reign, your
audacity! Do not recount my personal family affairs for your nefarious purposes.
I have someone outside who will testify to what I'm saying.
It is highly irregular and a waste of time.
Your Majesty, please.
You bring me a child.
Who could be more trustworthy, Your Grace?
What is your name, boy?
Sam Wanamaker.
Tell me what you know, Sam Wanamaker.
I saw Lord Marlowe get murdered. It was by the hands of a man they called Devereux, and I heard him tell his mates that he was going to steal the Queen away, steal you away, I mean, and then I heard him say that he was going to rule England only the way a man can.
Oh, he did he?
Yes, Your Grace. That's why he did murder, because Marlowe was on his way to warn you.
I've had enough, Sam Wanamaker. Thank you.
Oh, and Lady Olivia, I forgot to give you this. It fell out of Devereux's pocket after he stabbed the Marlowe fellow.
Your handkerchief, with your monogram, and your blood. You gave it to Robert the night of the Jubilee Ball, before he sailed for Ireland.
Cecil! Cecil! Dispatch my guards and bring Lord Devereux to me immediately.
Very good, Your Grace.
Oh, Your Majesty, I'm so very sorry.
What are you going to do about your situation?
I have no idea. And you?
Nor do I.
Shall feel again that so sweet love you in its blossom.
You sent for me, Bess.
There's no one here by that name, only your queen and your sovereign.
'Tis all right. I was hoping to drown you tonight in 1,000 kisses.
Drown me, you say.
Once, you are acting strangely. Dark clouds brood where those beautiful eyes ought to be.
Oh, there is that Devereux charm I've missed all these many months.
No need to miss it any longer. I'm right here, Bess.
Tell me, Robert, do you love me as a queen or as a woman?
I love you completely, without limit of time or space.
And speaking of our timeless, spaceless love, what happened to the handkerchief that I gave to you as a memento before you left for Ireland?
Handkerchief?
Yes, it not only bears my monogram, but a pinprick of my blood. As I recall, you promised to bring it back to me upon your return.
Oh, yes. That blasted sea wind stole it from my hand as I was on deck one night, holding it to my lips, thinking of you.
Oh, Robert, I truly don't deserve you. One other question. Did you return just this morning? Because if you did not...
What is this?
Because if you did not, I would completely understand. I just want you to be honest with me.
I've told you the truth, and I resent you for asking me yet again.
Strange. Then why would several of your titled men sign sworn statements saying that you were back for days, hiding and plotting against the crown?
I have no idea. That is ridiculous. 'Tis that snake Cecil.
No, it is not. No one on the Privy Council knows about this. This information came directly to me from the Lord Constable of Deptford, who was investigating Marlowe's murder.
I think it seems that I'm sure there's a misunderstanding.
So you returned just this morning?
No. Yes. Yes, but I was only taking the time to prepare my report to you.
So there was no plotting?
Of course not.
Pity. I was rather hoping it was true. You see, I've been so overburdened by my responsibilities these many months that I was hoping you could return and rescue me from them.
Really, Bess? Well,
Yes, Robert?
my men and I were discussing ways to free you from the constrictions of the Privy Council, so that I might help you rule. I just can't imagine what made them admit to the constable.
They didn't, but you just did. You treacherous Judas. And here's the handkerchief that fell from your pocket as you murdered Marlowe.
No, this can't be. You don't understand.
I understand everything now. I understand you murdered Marlowe. I understand that you plotted to overthrow the crown, and I understand that nothing between us was ever real.
Bess, calm down.
Do not call me that. And do not tell me what to do. I have here but one mistress and no master.
I'm as true as a subject there is. Bess, please, on my soul, I've no other allegiance but to you.
You have no soul. You are nothing but a lapdog. When people see you, they know that I am nearby.
Why, you miserable crow! You don't know how to run a kingdom. You're nothing but a mere woman.
Robert, a mere woman once gave you life, and another mere woman is about to take your miserable life. Cecil! Guards!
I loved you as a subject always loves his queen.
'Tis far too late, even for that.
But without your riches, and most especially your crown, did you ever really think I can love a needy hag like yourself?
Take him out of my sight, to the tower with him!
And you shall live and work here at the palace as a page. And perhaps one day you will train to be a knight in service to Her Majesty. Would you like that?
But knights only work when there's war. I would like a more steady trade.
Like what?
An actor, I think. Perhaps in Master Shakespeare's troupe.
William, you've been released.
Olivia, how can I help? What can I say?
There's someone here you need to meet. William, I would like to present the brave young man who bore witness to your innocence.
Hello, sir. And what is your name?
Sam, sir. Sam Wanamaker.
Well, Sam Wanamaker, I thank you with all my heart. You have saved William Shakespeare.
Sam, why don't you go on ahead? The scullery maid is in the kitchen waiting to feed you supper.
I know what you went through, what you risked to help free me. Thank you seems hardly enough.
Sometimes a few words can do the work of many.
I spoke to Richard. I am so sorry to find out about my wife in this way. I never meant to.
How is it I find myself the victim of an unhappy marriage? And yet I have never been married. 'Tis a plot worthy of one of your plays.
Mine has not been a true marriage in a long time. I will divorce her and...
No! You have already auditioned what kind of a husband you would make. Besides which, your crew would never endure the scandal of a divorce.
I don't care about that.
I will not be responsible for denying the world the great works of William Shakespeare. You would grow to resent me, and I could not live with myself.
I never meant to hurt you.
Can't say you didn't warn me about trusting an artist.
I'm just a man, flesh and bone, with a heart full of faults. I wish I had your courage.
Love does what it must.
Love never dies.
No more words, William, please! I can bear no more words!
You poor child. I'm afraid we have both been forced to drink out of the cup of betrayal this night.
Your Majesty, thank you for releasing William. You truly have a heart of gold.
Yes, it is hard and yellow.
You can still jest, even after what you have been hurt through.
Those who touch the scepters of princes deserve no pity. And what of you in your situation? What did William say about the child?
I have told no one but you, and I plan never to tell William.
I am so sorry to have brought you such disgrace. I know I must leave your court.
I may have a solution for you. My barren cousin Mary would sell her soul to give birth to Scotland's new heir, just so I can name it as my godchild and as my heir.
I have heard you speak of her.
My thought is that you will live amongst the Scotsmen. There you will give birth to the child. She will claim it as her own, and you will care for it as its nursemaid.
What? My child is her heir? And yours?
You shall rear for them a fine king. I can think of no better tutor cousin with a richer bloodline than that.
But how can you be sure Queen Mary will accept this plan?
She will do as I say. If she wants to keep those droopy little shoulders attached to that droopy little head, she, no one, save for the three of us, shall ever know the truth.
Your Majesty, to call this an honor is too meager.
You are like a daughter to me, a true kindred spirit. It is only fitting that I do this for you.
Thank you, Your Majesty.
'Tis all in this letter to Mary, for her eyes only. I have already told everyone that you needed to leave to mend a broken heart.
I cannot believe what a disaster I've made of my life.
I am a she-king who spends her days thinking of her legacy. And I have come to realize that we must not define our lives by our successes, but rather how we overcome our failures.
Then overcome it I shall. I will go forth from this place and do the one thing no man can. I will grow a king under my heart, and I will teach him to be good and right and just. And I will go to my grave secure in the knowledge that his every victory shall be my victories. His every wisdom shall be my wisdom. His legacy shall be my legacy.